And with WrestleMania season looming along, we mentioned a few weeks ago, and there have been reports a few months ago, that Cody Rhodes had been working without a contract in AEW, the company he helped found, the company he was an EVP. He is or was an EVP for All Elite Wrestling for the past 3 years, and his contract came up at the end of 2021. And everybody assumed that it would get picked up. Why wouldn't it? Cody Rhodes helped found that company. Cody Rhodes pretty much defines AEW at this point. I know a lot of fans, a lot of hardcore All Elite Wrestling fans do not want to hear that, but that's pretty much true. Cody Rhodes and AEW go hand in hand, much like Jeff Jarrett and Impact Wrestling go hand in hand. That's never going to change. That's always going to be set in stone. But earlier this week, Cody Rhodes, Brandy Rhodes, AEW, Tony Khan, they all sent out statements that shocked the wrestling world, because those statements informed wrestling fans that AEW and Cody Rhodes and the Rhodes family were not working together anymore. They were unable to come to a brand new deal, and Tony Khan was unable or unwilling, whichever way you want to take it, to pick up their contracts and keep them home in AEW, and now they have gone their separate ways, and Cody and Brandy Rhodes have been future endeavored by AEW. I know that's not the narrative. The narrative everybody's saying is they parted ways mutually. But the fact of the matter is AEW fired Cody and Brandy Rhodes. If that is true, because at the end of the day, when I first saw this earlier in the week, I thought it was a work. I thought there was no way possible, no chance in hell that this could happen. I mean, it's Cody Rhodes and AEW. They go hand in hand. I just said it. But AEW has been bolstering up its roster with CM Punk, with Bryan Danielson, with Adam Cole, and a bunch of other, Keith Lee, of course, and a bunch of other guys that they have little to no use for because they don't have enough TV time, or meaningful TV time, rather. So now, rumors are circulating that Vince McMahon is willing to welcome Cody Rhodes back to WrestleMania with open arms. As a matter of fact, there are reports out there saying that if Cody Rhodes were to return, and he could return as soon as in a few hours, as tomorrow night, in an Elimination Chamber pay-per-view or premium live event, excuse me, Vince. If he were to return that soon, there's already a match set in stone for him at WrestleMania. And again, I don't know if this is a work or a shoot, but at this point, I'm not going to believe anything until I see Cody Rhodes appear somewhere with a contract and it's reported that he is signed somewhere else. Because, I mean, at this point, it's going to be shocking to see Cody Rhodes back in AEW after all the rumors that are circulating right now at this point. And it's going to be even more shocking to see Cody Rhodes go back to WWE in a prime spot after what he did for the past 3, 4, 5 years in the Indies and Ring of Honor and AEW. And you have a lot of wrestling fans out there saying that Cody Rhodes was stupid and dumb by throwing all of that away, throwing creative control that he reportedly lost over the past few years. All this freedom, all his friends in AEW, everything he built up, he threw all that away to come back to what many wrestling fans out there call jail. But hey, WWE is the big time. WWE is where Cody Rhodes started his in-ring career. So anything is possible. But if you ask me, I would have had Cody Rhodes stay in AEW for the rest of his career, because that's where he belongs. That's where he belongs. And in WWE, Cody Rhodes is not going to be as big of a star or as big of a deal as he was in AEW. As simple as that. So what do you think? I think he's going to head back to AEW. Like I said, I'm going to be extremely shocked if he makes an appearance with WWE anytime soon. Good shocked, don't get me wrong. That's going to be fantastically entertaining to watch, but shocked nonetheless. But I think he's going to either work with AEW or Impact or New Japan Pro Wrestling. He's not going to find his way back to WWE despite all the rumors and the reports. So with that said, what do you think Cody Rhodes should do? Do you think he should look for other options, try to build other companies up, or do you think it's time Cody Rhodes came back to WWE, came back to the place that formed him, and to the place that honored and keeps and continues to honor his father each and every year? So with that said, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below.